anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the measles just as you did with Gerald.
Incendio!
The measles really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts... Stumbling over dead...
Psst, psst. Over here.
Do you need something? I certainly...
It's something my At least, that's...
I couldn't stand there.
We're of a similar... Actually, in life...
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but...
Revelio. Revelio. Levioso. Depulso. Depulso. Confringo. Revelio. Levioso. Incendio. Levioso. Depulso. Yes. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Levioso. Depulso. Confringo. Levioso. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Levioso. Incendio. Depulso. Confringo. Incendio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio!
Ironically, I didn't see ahead of time how bored I'd be in divination class.
manageable. I hope those assignments...
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
There will be hardship, I'm sure of it. But I see triumph in the end.
A measured perception. Very wise. Nothing worthwhile is ever easy, and that is why such futures are worth striving for. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future... Channel your magic towards your targets. You have it! Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy? You have it.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Revelio.
It's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was. After you helped me with that Fupa feather and potions, I reckoned you might be just the person I need. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
You and your concoctions. I don't know how you come up with these things.
It's a gift, truly. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Whizbees is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
Sounds simple enough. And who wouldn't want to go to Honeyduke's?
Ah, brilliant. Thank you. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third-floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
I'll see what I can do, Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my...
I'll need to get those dried billywig stings for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction. A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find. Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit, unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Ooh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around.
Accio.
Someone seems is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise? Revelio.
This terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, and I took advantage of it. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Aloha, Mora. Aloha, Mora.
Well done! You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. Area of the castle, after all.
Revelio. Revelio.
How are your students getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between Aconite and Asphodel.
Yes, well, it's still early. Perhaps they'll improve.
You say that every year, Matilda.
Revelio. This must be the prefect's bathroom. Revelio.
Always muttering about, stirring up trouble. Perhaps Ram Robin Hood wouldn't be so combative if the Ministry would allow them to have wands. One of those goblins comes near me, I'll hand him his hat. Or helm, I suppose. Anyway, I'm not afraid of the Goblin Rebellion. My marks in Professor Hecat's class are superb. She's right. Why don't we leave goblins alone? That's it. 50 health points. You know you can't do that.
Revelio. Revelio.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
Revelio.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
What was what?
I thought I heard something. Perhaps not. Anyway, I had high hopes for Hufflepuff. I was finally going to learn the Quidditch rules.
It's a majestic sport. Encompasses the whole of the human condition.
Oh, how's that?
Well,
Revelio. 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 Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance.
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of Alohomora. Not every lock is as easy to...
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
Revelio.
I knew you would want to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
Descendium. Yes. Who knew this?
Mrs. Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you.
Yes, I told you. You're very clever. Clever? How offensive.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Pay particular attention to the street.
Ah, a rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track. I'd better keep an eye on high places. There's the fountain. I'm getting closer. Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I'm not convinced you need to worry. Perhaps you're...
That's exactly what Professor Weasley said when... She's convinced he can handle himself.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned... Ranrock's lot. Insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste.
I'll try and look into it for you.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. It's never been this long. I just know something's happened.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river.
Oh, I shall enjoy this.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
Could this be Mr. Oakes' campsite? Ranrock's like...
What have we here?
Revelio. Revelio.
Someone out there? You won't stop me. Good for you. Accio, I've been fighting since before you were... Spells glance freely. You can't stop. Potato, Confringo. Prepare to surrender now. Capolso. Easily lies with you. Accio, Incendio. Not lies. Confringo. Pity, Capolso. That was meant for me. Capolso.
Incendio. Revelio.
Can't handle a little rather unwise coming back this way.
Capolso. Confringo. Incendio. Capolso. Now to find out what happened here. Revelio. Mr. Oakes' trade journal. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him. Revelio. Confringo. This looks intriguing. Revelio. 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 A rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree. Confringo. Accio. Incendio! Confringo! Accio! Depulso! Incendio! Confringo! Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Depulso. Accio. Incendio. Revelio. A crooked tree, just as the map said. Crumbling tower shouldn't be far from here. Revelio. Revelio. Cabalso. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio. What do we have here?
What's that? Up! That student defeated our...
I may have more luck higher up in the queue.
What?
Confringo! This is the spot on the map. Best have my wits about me.
One less shield to worry about.
Cabalso! Confringo! What will we find in here? Revelio.
It's punishment to us all to have that miserable human around.
Confringo. Depulso. Incendio. Confringo. Depulso.
Are you sure?
Incendio. It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on.
Branmock has fooled you all, to your demise.
Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio.
There you are.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
A human's word is worthless. This prisoner owes us the metal we were promised. Why have you not run away? Intend to die.
Depulso. Incendio.
I won't rest.
Confringo. Depulso.
Plan to avenge yourself. If only
Confringo. Incendio.
Get away with that.
A boiler's room. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio.
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Incendio. Depulso.
Was that your best?
Confringo.
You can't stop us.
Depulso. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Accio.
Not quite.
Incendio.
Pity. Not quite. Oh, that was me.
Confringo. Accio. Depulso. Confringo. Incendio. Incendio. Depulso. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio. Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
I need to find Mr. Oakes' wand. Where could it be? Revelio. Depulso. Accio. This door must need power from something. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio.